So he was my friend, and he was a friend of Dan's, and Dan needed security, so he got him. And then once we did that first party, they saw me, and they was like, he can run it. So it was a 2-man team per shift. And we just made sure that everything ran smooth, ran right. And I can honestly say that was one of the craziest times in my security life, man.
Really?
Yeah, because look, man, for whatever they say about the dude, he's another dude that was real nice. I think sometimes
What about Dan?
Yeah, Dan Bilzerian. He's real nice. I think he's misunderstood a lot of the times because he's not a conversationalist. He won't sit around and chop it up with somebody he doesn't know.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
it seems like put off, I guess you would kind of say.
he can see
guarded maybe.
He's guarded. He can be put off.
Yeah, quiet.
When you
like direction.
Yeah.
Like what we were just talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes people mistake that from him as being arrogant or whatever. I said, well, when you're making $20 million deals, anybody got to stand around and talk about the weather with your ass, and you don't even know him. Right. So you're mad because he won't stop and just chit-chat with you, and his shit always going on in his head. Yeah. He's up at 3 a.m. talking to whatever the Chinese stock market is, I forget. So he's dealing with this shit, and you want him to stop and talk to you about coffee mugs and some shit? Oh, he's not that guy. Yeah. Okay, but he's a nice guy. So, but his whole thing was he had tons of beautiful women there all the time. They'd come in from all over the world, and I was the one that would check them in. You check as soon as they show up. Yeah. The first thing they're gonna do, you come right to my office, put your luggage here, come right to the office. They come in, and you're gonna sign a non-disclosure agreement. We're gonna take your picture.
He did the NDA
immediately.
Dang.
Immediately.
Hey, at least he's smart about it.
Oh, dude, I can tell you sometimes. I'm gonna tell you another story too. So they would all sign the NDA, non-disclosure. Click it, take a picture. This is you. It goes right to your email. Once you hit your email, accept it. We know that you're in agreement with all of this. Number one, you signed it, you took the picture, you accepted it in your email.
Wow.
Okay, so now we got a picture of everybody, every woman who's ever come into that house. And then I give them my story. I said, at any time you get in this house, this has never happened, but if so, anybody makes you feel uncomfortable, you come to me. I'm in charge of all of that. I don't care who it is. You're safe because I'm here. You understand that? Yes, sir. Okay. I never wanted anything to do with any of them. I never touched any of them. I want them all to look at me like a big brother and a confidant, because if you feel that there's somebody down there who ain't interested in you, but he's an authority figure, you're going to run to him when things go wrong. And this is how we can figure out what's good and what's bad if you're going to run a house like that. I never had anybody come down there. I never. Once I gave him the speech, and every guy in there knew I wasn't playing about them girls. Right. Don't be in here fucking off. They're not your girls. I told my guards, if you walk a girl to her car, she's parked somewhere, you're fired. If you fucking get a girl's phone number or some shit like that, you give her yours, you're fired. Yeah. All of that shit. They're not your girls. They're here for a specific reason. Number one, the reason was most of them were like influencers or wannabe influencers. Mm-hmm. Their background noise for a lot of pictures that he's doing and he's taking, which makes it look really great. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, they're all there for Dan. They ain't here for your goddamn $40 an hour motherfucker. Right. They're here for goddamn Dan. Yeah. And especially when the sun comes up, because most of them came at night. So when the sun comes up in Bel Air, you're looking at a golf course. You're looking at, he's like, where the fuck? This is La La Land. Yeah, you in LA now, baby. Yeah. You're in Bel Air. Yeah. You know, so they all were like, oh, wow. This is, because some of them coming from places like, ain't never got nothing like this. Yeah. But they were beautiful, and, Dan fly them in. Yeah. And sooner or later, they'd be all eyes on Dan. Yeah. That's what they're there for. They're not for nobody else. So, and it would, when we had parties, man, we'd have thousands and thousands of women and just a couple hundred guys at the most. Wow. Yeah.
That many?
That's what he wanted, and that's what we made sure happened. We clicking the guys, click. We up to 93 guys, man. And there's 2 Lakers in line. Get the 2 Lakers, shut it down. Wow. Hey, boom. Hey, boom. Big ass JaVale McGee, come on in. I forget the other brother's name. Come on in. Everybody else, shut it down till some guys leave.
Done deal.
Jeez, so every picture you take is hordes of women. Go on the internet. I'm not lying about any of them. Go on the internet, pull up Dan Bilzerian party. All you see is women everywhere. The guys you will see be like DJ Marshmello. You see the dude from the Shark Tank. Yeah. Something like that. You're going to see JaVale McGee, a couple other Lakers, some of the Kings, something like that, and a couple of promoters, close buddies of Dan's. Yeah. And everybody else is women. And that's the way he had it. And so the dudes be pitching the bitch and be like, man, ain't no girls want to be up there when ain't no dudes in there. I say, there's some dudes in there, all right. This just ain't your broke ass. Sorry, but hey, that's the way it was, man. And his whole house, we ran it really good, really smooth. And but those parties was such a spectacle that Bel Air wanted to shut him down, man.
Oh yeah, well the city gets involved.
Well, no, I'm gonna tell you why Bel Air wanted to shut him down.
Oh.
One day, when I'll tell you about the access roads,
Yeah.
the access roads got clogged up because we had Sprinter vans coming from LAX, not LAX, UCLA. Sprinter vans coming from UCLA full of women. And they would drive them up to the house, drop them off, make a U-turn, and go right back down the driveway and pick up some more. So at the bottom, the Sprinter vans got all clogged up and the access road got clogged up.
Oh, man.
So this was the Angels and Demons party, I believe, where everybody wore like lingerie.
Oh yeah.
And you tell a girl to wear an outfit, she'll wear lingerie. You tell a girl to wear lingerie, she'll wear pasties.
Yeah, right.
It gets less easy. Whatever you tell her the way she wear it,
You don't gotta make the mistakes.
Woo! We had the Sprinter van's gonna be a little late. Everything's all clogged up down here. It's gonna be a minute. It was like, oh shit, what the hell's going on? So it was waiting for a while, and the Sprinter vans got back. We had like maybe 10 of them. So next thing you know, the girls are like, forget this, it's just right there. So all I had to do was walk all the way up the hill.
What's up, everybody? I'm Big Daddy Swolls. Hopefully you're enjoying your entertainment on BDS TV. If you are, please make sure to give me a like, comment, and subscribe so you guys can be the first to be notified about new content that's released. Also, be sure to check out my website, my music page, my social media platforms, and our merchandise store, all listed on the links below.
It's pretty much majority women, 200 guys tops. One night we had thousands of women and like 100 guys, only going to let in 100 guys. And like I said, that's all for the optics and the background. And plus the women get to be comfortable, and the guys that are in there are all like, like the top DJs, some Lakers, movie stars, things of this nature. They were all just running around having a good time.
Yeah.
And what you don't want to do is have a party with those kind of women scantily clad and it'd be overwhelmed with just a bunch of thirsty ass guys. So he didn't want that, and it made for a great party. So we had these.
There's also trouble too when it comes to
guys
are
drunk. Guys are drunk to get too touchy-feely, try to sneak off in a room somewhere with a woman that ain't quite into you.
Yeah.
So we squelched all that shit. We had places blocked off.
So you had strict rules when working with Dan.
Strict rules.
And he was classy on top of it.
On top of that.
Yeah.
On top of that. Dan had friends come to the house that didn't want to sign a non-disclosure agreement. I said, well, you're not getting in. He said, you know how long I know him, Dan? I said, doesn't matter, you're not getting in. Sign a non-disclosure agreement, or you can go back and park your car, or you can just call Dan. And he said, I ain't got to call nobody. And he said, I've known Dan, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I said, look, and you can hear us bickering because in the atrium is like 3-level tier. You can look all the way up to the top floor. And there's a big chandelier there. So from the 3rd floor, somebody shouts down, sign the goddamn paper or get out of my fucking house. And that was his friend. And I looked at him. And I was like, what are you going to do? And he goes, and he just signed it, click, took his picture, sent it to his email, answer it. There we go. You can go in and do what you want to now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. But the reason I'm sure, and I don't know this for a fact, but I've only heard it, but I can't say it's fact, is that when you get sued enough times, you start to understand that people sometimes don't see you. They see what they see your money, what you have.
The Big Daddy